Here's the question for the day. I want to know, is your thought life short circuiting your life? I want to talk today really about overcoming overthinking, you know, how to transform your thought life. It's so needed, it's so necessary, it's so important because what we're thinking dictates where we're going or a lack thereof. And we've got to get to a particular place in our life that we realize we're either one thought away from defeat or we're one thought away from victory. We are one thought away from our problems moving out of our way. But here's the question: are we standing in the way? Because this is what I realized about overthinking. And so many people suffer from it. They suffer from it when they're getting ready to post on social media. They suffer from overthinking when they're getting ready to make a decision about a relationship. They're getting ready to make a decision about the trajectory of their life. People are suffering from overthinking when, to a certain degree, it paralyzes them due to paralysis by analysis, analysis by paralysis, or what have you, paralysis by overanalysis. And I think one of the things that we have to realize that the undercurrent aspect of overthinking moves us into a place of underperforming. Overthinking causes us to be a person who is underperforming. Why? Because we are double. A double-minded person is unstable in all their ways. Overthinking causes underperforming. And here's what I understand: too many people are indecisive. Indecision is a decision. You're deciding not to make a move, you're deciding to make a move. Indecision is that particular decision. And being double minded is a sign of instability, is really a sign of a lack of faith. It is from that particular aspect that you cannot make a particular genuine commitment. Can't make a genuine commitment in your relationship. You can't make a genuine commitment in your personal life. You can't make a genuine commitment when it comes to writing the book, developing the business, starting the conference, opening the next door to where it is that you're going to go. Cannot make a commitment when it comes to even eating healthy and exercising. Why? Because you have too many things going on in your mind. Does your mind look like the tabs that you have open on your computer? You got all these tabs that open on your computer. Is your mind just that way as well? You've got all these particular ideas that you keep tabling, you keep putting to the back. Yeah, that's a good idea. But let me just table it for right now. I'll come back to it. That was 5 years ago, though. What are you going to do with what it is that you have right now? You can't be committed to what you vacillate about. You can't be committed to what you have one foot in and one foot out. Here it is. How can you put your hand to the plow and look back at the same time? Cannot do it. Until you conquer the duality in your reality, until you conquer the duality in your identity, you can always procrastinate. You can always say one thing and do another. You can always continue to halt between two opinions. Why? Because you're as fickle as Michigan weather. I don't know what state you live in, but I just know that our state, hot today, cold tomorrow. Up today, down tomorrow. No consistency, really. Unless it's the winter time. And it's really consistently cold. For some people, I realize as you deal with them, You need an emotional weather report. Yeah, you need an emotional weather report. What do I mean by that? Before you deal with them, it's kind of like this. Don't even call me. Don't text me. Send me an email. Send me some type of email notification. Yeah, let me know if it's going to be windy with worry. Let me know if it's going to be cloudy with chaos. Let me know if it's going to be with a mix of frustrated flurries. That's what I need to know. What's the wind chill like? Because I know your heart is cold. Is today partly sunny with cloudy conditions of chaos? Cloudy conditions of contemptible attitudes? You need to know before dealing with some people. As I'm talking, you see them people flashing right in front of your face. You see them flashing across your mind right now. You've got to get to a particular place where you say, I'm not going to let anybody steal my joy. I'm not going to let anybody disturb or disrupt the equilibrium of how it is that I think about myself. For some people, you have to realize this. You have to ensure that, number one, you protect your peace. If you're going to overcome overthinking, if you're going to transform your thought life, you have to protect your peace. And here's how you protect your peace. You protect your peace by renewing your mind. You protect your peace by being a person who's going to safeguard your space to where you become overprotective with you, to where you get to a particular place where you say, no, 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 I'm not going to let that particular individual steal my joy. Let me check my emotional savings account to see if I can afford to spend time on that particular thing. Let me check my emotional savings account to see if I can afford to listen to what so-and-so is about to say. Nah, I just checked it. I just checked my emotional savings account. I can't afford it. Right now, I'm budgeting my time. I'm budgeting my mental health. I'm budgeting my peace. I'm budgeting my prayer life. I am on a budget. I don't have time to listen to gossip. I have an ear to hear from God. Here's what you have to do. You got to get off the seesaw of the roller coaster. Get off the seesaw and the roller coaster of people's emotions. Got to do it. They'll always have you doing flips. They'll always have you doing Cirque du Soleil type of circular lifestyle kind of living. Why? Because they're up today. They're down tomorrow. They're the ones who are as fickle as Michigan weather. With them, you don't know if a storm is brewing. You don't know if sunshine is coming on a cloudy day. How often do you find yourself dressing for the emotional weather storm that people have subjected you to? Come on, you wearing a coat and shorts because they're hot and cold. And their attitude goes where the wind blows. You have to protect your peace by any means necessary. Secondly, is what you're going to have to do. Got to pursue your purpose. Job is what you paid for, your calling, and your purpose is what you're made for. If I'm going to really move from a particular place of overthinking, underperforming, overthinking, underdeveloping, I have to recognize what is it that I am called to do, and I need to do it. Like, no, 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 no. Why should people who have less education than you, why should people who are not as intelligent as you, why should people who don't have as much common sense as you be making more money than you, be doing more than you, be achieving more than you? I know they're able to make a decision. For many of us, the gap is too wide. Yeah, the gap is too wide. We have to close the gap. Close the gap. Make it a little bit tighter, not wider. Close the gap on your level of thinking. And when you close the gap on your level of thinking, here's what you do. You'll close the gap on your decision making. A double-minded man or woman is unstable in not some of their ways, and not a few of their ways, but in all of their ways. Got to close that particular gap. Can't keep mulling over it, saying, oh, this is a good idea. I should do this. Now it moves you into shoulda, coulda, woulda. And you never do what it is that you said that you were going to do because you stop yourself from making the kind of moves that are going to take you to another lifestyle, that are going to take you to another level, right? You just live your life as if you're on Cedar Point. You live your life as if it's Disneyland or Six Flags, simply because you're living your life on an emotional roller coaster. What happens with most people is that whatever is taking place, whatever is going on, whatever is happening within them, they continue to exact it onto you. And this is what we do. We allow them to. You don't place a premium on your peace. You don't prioritize your purpose. Thirdly, you got to push through what you're going through. Because here's what I understand. Stinking thinking that keeps you soaking and sinking is going to try to mitigate and stifle and stagnate and stop your progress. Going to try to stymie your progress. Got to push through what you're going through. The limiting beliefs, the idiosyncratic ideas, the things that make you feel less than who it is that you are, all the things that people said about you, the people's opinions that become your prison, how it is that you look to people, how is it that you show up, and how other people possibly feel about you showing up. You got to overcome all of that. The imposter syndrome, you have to overcome all of that. The scarcity mindset, you're going to have to push through all of that to push out the book. You got to push through it to push out the business. You got to push through it to push out the degree. You got to push through it to push out the $1 million idea and develop the investment. You're going to have to push through it. Why? Because people going to always have something to say about you. But here's what I understand. It's what you say about you that matters more than what other people say about you. It's the narrative that is swirling in your mind. It's the narrative that is on replete. This is on repeat. Replete. It is the narrative that you continue to rewind in your mind. That speaks to the lot of your life. If you could just get over what was keeping you under, you'd be an overcomer. You've got to move past the overthinking because, hear me, it is dictating you being a person who is underperforming. Got to shift your thought life. I have to shift my thought life because it's going to dictate whether I am now speaking words of death or words of life. Death and life is in the power of the tongue. Your words create your world. What you speak into the atmosphere will appear. Your future or your funeral is on the tip of your tongue. Death and life is in the power of the tongue. What you are saying will dictate what you are seeing. What you are saying, what you are thinking will dictate where you are going. It's got to be the growth that's going to take place on the inside of you. It's got to be the personal identity. It's got to be the development. It's got to be you, hear me, developing boundaries on your own to say, I'm putting a boundary over my mind. I'm putting a boundary around my mind. I'm putting a boundary around my thoughts. I'm putting a boundary around the interactions that I have with other individuals. I'm putting a boundary so that I can be bountiful. I'm putting a boundary so that I can abound. I'm putting a boundary so I won't be bound by what other people are saying, what other people are doing, and how other people are ingratiating you into their life. Don't allow people to exact onto you what's going on in them. Their stress, their discontent, their discombobulation, moving to a place of disassociation. What do I mean? Move far from their volcanic emotional eruptions. Stop subjecting yourself to their third degree burns that emanate from the hot lava of their language. Here's what you got to do. You got to social distance yourself from their traumatic TNT trauma-filled triggers. That's what you have to do. Stop getting misaligned with their mood swings. Because there are so many people who are grappling with manic depression. They're grappling with anxiety and extreme mood swings and suicidal thoughts, bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, because they're not emotionally and mentally centered. And that's what you got to get. Centered, focus, and get your thoughts in alignment with your divine assignment. You can overcome overthinking. You can overcome overthinking that doesn't keep you underperforming. And all you have to do is transform your thought life. I want you to get this book in your hand that's going to transform your thought life as well. It's called Know Your No: How to Build Healthy Boundaries and Love Without Losing Yourself. Not only did the ebook go number one, the paperback, as I'm holding in my hand right now, also has gone number one on Amazon for a reason. How to Build Healthy Boundaries and Love Without Losing Yourself. I realize we are in a particular space and place right now of a radical conversation when it comes to boundaries. Why there's so much disdain in relationships, why there's so much suffering in silence, why there's so much discontent is because of unexpressed boundaries. Nobody's a mind reader. And boundaries are going to let you know, is this person worth keeping in my life? Or is it worth me social distancing and making some level of disassociation from them? For my productivity, for my mental peace, so that I'm not double-minded in all of my ways. Get a straightforward, hard-hitting book. It's going to wrestle with my words. It's going to be uncomfortable. But I understand that on the other side of that which is comfortable, the other side of comfort is greatness. You can't be great and comfortable at the same time. It's going to call you to sacrifice. Don't sacrifice your boundaries for the sake of being a people pleaser, for the sake of swimming oceans for people who wouldn't jump puddles for you, bending over backwards for folks who would never be your chiropractor. Why don't you say yes to yourself by getting this book? Got to know who to know, got to know who to know. Your no doesn't come with an explanation. Your no doesn't come with a comma. Comes with a period. Comes with an exclamation point. Yeah. Doesn't come with an explanation. It comes with an exclamation. That's what it does. Doesn't come with an explanation. Comes with an exclamation. Once you soar with me into my Eagles community, theeaglesacademy.com, where I empower you to soar into success and purpose, to really take your life to another dimension. It's time to grow, but you don't grow in a silo. You got to grow around other individuals who are growing. Let me be your mentor. Let me coach you. Let me empower you in places of developing your business, mastering your message on the microphone, writing your book, so that you can not just do what I do, but do it even better. So that you can go where you've never gone before, and do what you've never done before. Take it from somebody who's written numerous amounts of books, spoke to thousands of people, traveled all over the country and the world. And I'm sharing with you golden jewels and gems so that you can build your life and build your future for next and for your now. Go to theeaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the Join Now button, fill out the form, be transformed. The things that I'm teaching is what I wish I learned a lot sooner. Yeah, really do. Wish I learned it a lot sooner. I'd be even further and farther than I am right now. Once you join me in my Eagles community, theeaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the Join Now button, fill out the form. I guarantee you're going to be transformed. And I hope I have transformed your thinking to shift you to another level. Family, I appreciate you tuning in. It's yours truly, Dr. Eddie, your main man, 100 grand. Your brother. Yeah, from another mother. And it's been fun. But brother, got to run. So I want you to know it's been a privilege and a pleasure, treating a treasure, a joy. It has been beyond measure, but I want you, yes, you, I'm talking to you now, to remember to keep the faith and believe it's going to be bigger, better, brighter. Peace and a whole lot of love. Keep soaring higher. 19th book is everywhere. I want you to go ahead and get your hands on my new book, Know Your No. It's all about how to build healthy boundaries and love without losing yourself. Boundaries are not limitations. Boundaries are for liberation. You're going to find a way to unbox yourself. You're going to find a way to really love yourself and to move into a place of emotional regulation, to stand your ground, to draw a line in the sand, stand 10 toes down on it. Don't do the electric slide. Don't moonwalk away from it, but really stand wholeheartedly down on what it is that you say. It's for your protection. It's for your self-care. Moves you into a greater place of self-awareness and emotional regulation and developing your mental health and creating boundaries so that you can abound to a new and a greater level. Go right now to get a signed copy at EddieConnor.com. EddieConnor.com. And then, of course, you can also get it on Amazon. Go and get the book right now.